Who was Machiavelli? When people hear the name Machiavelli, they usually think of one thing: power. Cold, calculating, ruthless power. But the real Niccolo Machiavelli was considerably more interesting than the villain his name eventually became. He was born in Florence in 1469 during the Italian Renaissance. But Italy wasn't really a country yet. It was a collection of competing states: Florence, Venice, Milan, Naples, the Papal States, and smaller territories constantly maneuvering against one another. And surrounding them were larger powers like France, Spain, and the Holy Roman Empire. This was Machiavelli's world: beautiful art, brilliant scholarship, and absolutely vicious politics. In 1498, Machiavelli entered the government of the Florentine Republic. He wasn't sitting comfortably in a library theorizing about politics. He was doing politics. For roughly 14 years, Machiavelli served Florence as a diplomat and government official. He negotiated with kings, generals, popes, and princes. He watched alliances form and collapse. He saw governments rise and fall. And one man particularly fascinated him: Cesare Borgia. Borgia could be brutal, deceptive, and extraordinarily effective. Machiavelli watched him use fear, diplomacy, military force, and calculated cruelty to build political power. But Machiavelli also watched Borgia lose it. That distinction matters. Machiavelli wasn't simply asking, "How do you seize power?" He was asking the much harder question: "How do you keep it?" Then Machiavelli experienced political collapse personally. In 1512, the powerful Medici family returned to Florence and overthrew the republic Machiavelli had served. Machiavelli lost his position. Then he was accused of involvement in a conspiracy. He was imprisoned and tortured. After his release, he withdrew to his small estate outside Florence. And there, in political exile, Machiavelli began writing the work that would make his name infamous: The Prince. Machiavelli stripped politics of the comforting language people often use to describe it. Instead of asking how a good Christian ruler should behave, he examined how successful rulers actually behaved. When should a ruler be generous? When should he be feared? When can promises be broken? When is mercy dangerous? When can cruelty actually stabilize a state? Machiavelli wasn't necessarily celebrating these things. He was studying them. That is why The Prince can still feel uncomfortable 5 centuries later. Machiavelli looked at politics the way a battlefield commander looks at terrain. Not as he wishes it were, but as it actually is. And that gives us the foundation for everything that follows. Because before we ask what Machiavelli believed about power, we first have to understand the world that taught him those lessons. Renaissance Italy.